Hey everyone, we're about to play a match with our Demonic Pact deck. We definitely keep our hand, even though it only has one land, because we have two Serum Visions and Anticipate. Those will probably get us out of our land problems. So that, I think, is our plan here. Alright, Underground River, Serum Visions. Yep, we want another land. We don't want Possessed Skob, really. We already have one in our hand. Alright. I think we Serum Visions again. Now we've got enough lands. Although it would be nice to have a painless source of blue, I guess. I'll leave that on top. Play that. We drew lands with all our draw steps and our Serum Visions there. It was kind of fun. Okay, I wonder if this is a snow deck or it doesn't look like it. Some sort of ramp deck of one kind or another. Did not mean to do that. I wanted to play a blue source so I could anticipate and then play Serum Visions or Sleight of Hand if I hit it like that. We might want Devastation Tide though. Yeah, I think that's what we'll take. I think that is what we take there. Just so that we have a way to combat anything our opponent might do. Okay. So definitely a landy deck of some kind or another. Tectonic Edge is not going to be a whole lot of fun for us, but we do have two Underground Rivers, so. Okay. So I'm going to use Anticipate. We probably want to kill that Courser. So that's what we'll do. The main problem about it isn't like the life my opponent gains. It's the basically the ability that it has to draw him more cards because he gets to sift through his lands on top of his library that we don't like. Okay, destroy target non-artifact creature, huh? I think we play our Skob here and just get back a way to draw more cards. Because what we need is Demonic Pact. These both let us see 3 cards, but Serum... Oh, God, my mouse is being strange. I'm going to switch to my trackpad here because my mouse is being oversensitive. That's also what led to me playing the island incorrectly and getting back that Anticipate, which isn't the end of the world, but... Serum Visions probably would have been better. The reason, blocking with Possessed Skob isn't the worst idea ever, especially because our deck doesn't really plan on doing anything else with creatures, but it gets him a card out of his library if we do, and we can't use, our Devastation Tide Possessed Skob silliness if we do that. Okay, so we're going to use Sleight of Hand here. We're going to hit a Demonic Pact. I can feel it. Okay, I was wrong. We'll get another Anticipate, put that on the bottom. We'll cast Anticipate. Yeah, I don't really want any of you other than the land, so Echoing Truth doesn't do a whole lot against a bunch of Enter the Battlefield triggers. And then we're going to cast Anticipate. Clearly we're digging for something, but what is it? Okay. Well, Devastation Tide, I don't think we really need a second one. I think I'll just get a land. And now in my turn. If my opponent plays some creature I really want to steal, there's a chance we can use Puka's Mischief plus Possessed Skob to get some work done here. What I'm really hoping is my opponent plays several spells, and then I can Devastation Tide and buy myself the time to find this Demonic Pact wherever it may be. Because I do not know where it is. We sifted through a lot of our... There we go. As I say, we should see it someday. And there it is. Trackpad magic feels weird. But yeah, we'll play Demonic Pact here. So we have Demonic Pact plus Puka's Mischief, which is what we want. That's what we need. I'm kind of assuming our opponent's going to side in Enchantment Hate. given his colors. So we should probably cite in a way to deal with that. Of course, if it's the creature-based enchantment hate, it's not going to be so good. The 2/1 elf who blows up enchantments or artifacts. Reclamation Sage, maybe? That sounds right. Now we probably do use our Scob at some point or another to block. I'm kind of surprised he's not attacking, I have to say. We're going to draw... yeah, we'll make him discard, actually. I mean, we have what we need for our combo, so... we're not exactly desperate to draw cards. Discard 2 cards. Well, we're making him think at least. So he loses Spike Feeder and Oblivion Stone. Oh, it might be a combo deck that uses Spike Feeder. Those do exist. Oblivion Stone actually wouldn't have been bad. I wonder if he has another one to blow up my poor Demonic Pact. Well, I guess we'll find out. That means if we see a second Demonic Pact, we should probably keep it. Also makes me rethink playing Puka's Mischief already. Like, it might be safer to just wait in case he plays Oblivion Stone. I can play it, I guess we have to play it next turn, though, either way. I mean, ideally, we want to play it next turn. We use Sleight of Hand here. Okay. Yes, please. So we now have a backup one of those. Yeah, I guess we play Puka's Mischief. What the hell? Well, if we end up getting messed up, we end up getting messed up, you know? So we're going to try to trade our Demonic Pact to our opponent. If he has another Oblivion Stone, though, which it seems likely, I don't know why he would discard one. I wonder what he's doing. Not just blowing up a land. Ooh, Chord of Calling, right? Yeah. So the good news, yeah, this is some sort of Chord deck. It's probably the Chord deck that uses that Angel plus Spike Feeder for an infinite combo. We can just go for the Throat the Angel, luckily for us. So that's almost, oh, not that Angel. That's not the Angel I was expecting at all. Okay. All right. I can actually steal this, unless it says target. No, it does say target. Darn. So he's going to get back Oblivion Stone. But he doesn't have the mana to play, and... yeah. I think we win before he can go off with his Oblivion Stone. Maybe it's just me. It's not like it has Convoke, you know. Alright, so now I think we do block here. We want to hold on to as much life as we can. And then we're going to Doomblade, or go for the Throat here. And go to 9. Then we'll kill the Wall of Omens, I guess, with Puka's Mischief. Except actually we don't want to. We want to make sure he still has a permanent in play that has the right amount of life, the right amount of converted mana cost. I mean, we'll draw 2 cards. Do we want to give this to our opponent now? No, we'll wait a turn. I mean, we still have to do this, but we're not going to actually do it. We won't actually be doing it. Our opponent might have enough mana to do Oblivion Stone. Oh, I'm not even going to steal it, so that's cool. I wasn't going to steal it. Okay. I mean, we have Devastation Tide if we really need it, I guess. We're going to cast Anticipate. I don't really know what I'm hoping I see. I guess another removal spell doesn't hurt, though. So he can just avoid playing a permanent that's the right converted mana cost next turn, in which case I use Devastation Tide. If that happens, we just play Devastation Tide. Yep, he's smart. Okay. Well, maybe we'll just try to win with Demonic Pact. Lots and lots of Demonic Pacts. So, yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5. Devastation Tide. And then we replay Demonic Pact. And we just keep doing 4 damage to him and gaining 4 every turn for a while. I think that's my plan. I mean, it's not going to be quite that simple. But it'll be pretty solid. He does have Oblivion Stone in his hand and a crap ton of mana, so there's that. Yeah, there's Oblivion Stone. Right, well, luckily for us, we have another Demonic Pact. Keeping both would have been good, but we now have his Oblivion Stone gone, assuming he doesn't just draw Eternal Witness or something. So we're going to play our Pact. And what else are we going to do? Player Possess Scob and get back Devastation Tide, maybe? Yeah, probably. Let's do it. I mean, if we're going to win with damage, getting a body out there is not an irrelevant thing either, so get back Devastation Tide. And end our turn. So this is definitely a Chord deck that runs Spike Feeder and Archangel of Thune, maybe it is, where you can gain infinite life with the 2 cards in play. Oh, man, that's such a big deal to us. I mean, it wouldn't have hurt. Like I said, having the extra damage wouldn't hurt, and it also makes our Devastation Tide no longer quite as formidable. We can't just like keep getting it back over and over again, is what I mean. We're going to do 4. Go up to 12. We're ahead in the race. Getting there. Then I'm going to end my turn. I'll probably use it to draw 2 cards next. Ooh. That's not cool. Stupid Sigarda. You already have enough protection, don't you? Okay. So we're going to go to 5 here. I mean, we're playing a deck that is decently competitive to a pretty close-ish game, at least. We're just going to lose this land. Who needs a land? We're going to draw 2 cards. Wish I'd made him discard that sword. Of course, it may have been what he drew. Hey, a second Demonic Pact. That's pretty good. Damage and draw have been chosen. So do we just Devastation Tide to replay Demonic Pact? I think we Serum Vision, see if we can find ourselves another Devastation Tide or Echoing Truth. Another Demonic Pact works for me. Put that on the bottom. We have to Devastation Tide or we die, so I don't really know what I'm talking about here. So we'll use Devastation Tide. And then we'll play Demonic Pact again. And then we'll end our turn. We can bounce his sword now, which might be what we do. It is pretty good, and bouncing it has a very real effect. If we do it in combat especially. Luckily it doesn't get haste, so we get to... You know, if I used... No, it's not going to work. So we're going to Demonic Pact our opponent, go to 9, we're back ahead again. Wow. I don't think our opponent's going to be thrilled about that. That means we can just win next turn now. We got pretty lucky there, especially because we already played another Demonic Pact. Yep. So if he can't kill us, we just win now without our little combo. We probably bring in Pithing Needle to name swords and Oblivion Stones and things like that. So we'll use Echoing Truth on his sword, just to be careful here. I think you're dead, man. Unless you gain some life, which I guess you could. We're going to win without our combo this time. Bam. We'll draw 2, and we'll do 4. Did it. Killed him with Demonic Pact triggers. We drew very luckily. We were very lucky in that game, is what I'm trying to say. So, I like Pithing Needles, at least a couple. Since we sift through our deck so much, a couple's probably enough, although naming Oblivion Stone and sword... Oh god, what sword was that? I should probably go back and look. Sword of Feast and Famine. Okay. He may have more than one, but this way we're prepared. And we probably trim just extra copies of a few cards to get the Pithing Needles in there. I mean, these removal spells are fine. They're not amazing because of the fact that our opponent has freaking Sigarda, but they still kill his dudes, his other dudes that help him chord out things like Sigarda. So we may see his combo this time too. It's worth noting. Oh, so naming Spike Feeder is good too, so never mind. We want all 4. Echoing Truth is good against that combo as well, so we may actually want all 4 of them. We may want all 4. So it may be better to trim Devastation Tide and our last 2 Scobs. Yeah, probably. Lose all of our creatures. I mean, he did some work there, certainly, but Pithing Needle will probably do more. Let me make sure it's Spike Feeder that I'm thinking of here. Gatherer.wizards.com. We saw it in his graveyard, and we saw that he had Chord of Calling, so I'm just sort of assuming that that's what this deck is. Spike Feeder. Yeah, that's it. That's the one that got time shifted, so it's actually legal and standard. The rest of the spikes, modern, the rest of the spikes are not. Okay. Now he's going to be able to block our guys. I don't know what we'll do. So we're not going to play Pithing Needle yet. I don't really know what I really want to be naming. I will take another one, I think, though. I like it more than a land, anyway. So maybe we do play one next turn. We know we want to name Spike Feeder, Oblivion Stone, cards like that. He probably sided in Enchantment Hate, which is going to make our lives a little more difficult here in Game 2. Okay, well, since we can anticipate, I think I just pass and hold up the anticipates. Tribe Elder. Not pressuring our life total as much early in this one. The plant works pretty well with, what's it called? Chord of Calling, though. So we'll take Demonic Pact, of course. Could name Secure Tribe Elder. I mean, he just sacrificed it in response, but. I'm going to go ahead and play the first one and name Spike Feeder. Yep, he was worried I'd name that. So we're going to go with Spike Feeder. There it is. There's a chance he made his deck like more aggressive against us since it can just like win with creatures. I mean, he almost won with creatures that last game. Don't play a turn 5 Sigarda. Turn 4 Sigarda, Archangel of Thune. So that is what I thought it was. That's what I was expecting to see. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to kill it unless we anticipate into something here before it can hit us. But Echoing Truth does something. Making him recast it is pretty relevant. Are we okay just taking the damage for a turn so that we can play our Demonic Pact? I think we are. In the turn. The next one should probably name Oblivion Stone so my other Pithing Needle can't get blown up, basically. So yeah, this is actually I don't know if it's the exact deck, but it's based on a tier 1 deck. So even winning one game, even with lucky draws with our deck, is pretty nice. So because it just tries to chord out to chord out the combo pieces. Yeah, it kind of looks like he went more aggressive, doesn't it? So maybe Spike Feeder isn't ideal. All right, you could have swung with your plant, man. Oh, God. This is going to hurt my soul so much. So, we'll kill this plant and go up to 21. Then we'll play Pithing Needle, name Oblivion Stone. Then I think we hold on to Echoing Truth. Oh, hell, I'll just use it now. And in my turn. So, the bad news about Chord of Calling is you probably cited in at least one Reclamation Sage, which can easily destroy our Demonic Pact. So, it's not exactly ideal for us. So we're going to go to 16 here. I think we draw 2 with Demonic Pact, try to draw a removal spell to buy ourselves some more time. There we go. We do not actually want to kill the Smiter because we need to trade with something. So I'm going to go ahead and use Doomblade on this. And then play Puka's Mischief. So we do have the risk of our opponent like cording out a Reclamation Sage at instant speed and blowing up our Puka's Mischief and thus killing us. But if he can't do that, we just win this game now. So let's hope he can't do that. Wall of Omens. Seems like he might be trying to find a way to do that. He could path to exile his own creature again, too. It's worth noting. I wish he would just tap out, though. I'm nervous. We can make him discard 2 cards first. And so we're going to choose Demonic Pact, and we're going to trade it with locks it on Smiter. So if he does have to path it, we get a little more value. Damn it. He does have it. Okay. We have a chance again next turn because he still has Wall of Omens in play. His hand's going to be empty too. So, I mean, it's not going to let me exchange it anymore. Sure. Yeah, I didn't think it would. I was surprised it was asking me. I just felt like I had illegal targets. Okay, sleight of hand. Okay, just in case, we'll grab one of those. Then we'll anticipate. All right, we'll get Serum Visions. Then we'll Serum Visions. All right, don't really want either of you. Okay, so I think we win, unless our opponent does something incredible here. Actually, I'm not sure how this will work. Usually I play it the turn before. It may actually not work. It may make me lose the game because I still had to make the choice. So I think I lose the game still. Yeah, I do. Okay. Well, that sucks. We almost got there. His path to exile saved him. We may just want to bring in Dispel so that we can not have to deal with that. A few Dispels doesn't seem like it's too bad. Would have been nice to have there, certainly. He had control of it, but at the time I have to choose the trigger, it was still under my control, and that's what matters, I guess. We'll cut back down to 2 Devastation Tides, trim and anticipate, and a sleight of hand, I guess. I think it's the worst of our card draw spells. So, yeah, all right. I don't care, man. We won game 1 with just straight up Demonic Pact, so keep that in mind if you ever play with this deck. That okay. That even if you don't control it when you lose the game resolves, you're still the one who picked you lose the game. So we're putting up a pretty good fight against a pretty good deck, though. So feels pretty good. Yeah, our Pithing Needles have been pretty helpful. We're not going to play them yet because I'd rather play Anticipate. All right, Anticipate. I think I'd rather draw cards than draw a removal spell right at this moment. Maybe I'll regret that. Pithing Needles everywhere. Okay, so we're going to Serum Visions. We're going to put both of those on the bottom. Then we're going to cast Sleight of Hand. Put both of the, well, we have to put one in our hand, don't we? We'll put the island in our hand. And play a Pithing Needle. Name Spike Feeder again. And end our turn. Choke. Yeah, well, now I wish I'd taken the swamp. Okay. Pithing Needle. Naming. Oblivion Stone. And we'll just end the turn there. Luckily, running these lands instead of Watery Grave actually affects us a lot less. Makes Choke affect us a lot less. So, do I use Doomblade on him? I mean, we know he has way better creatures that can crush us. And this does potentially help him draw into those, though. So I think we just Doomblade it. Hey, he has Choke in play now, which means he can't use Path to Exile on that to get out of the combo. So we have that going for us. We're going to play Serum Visions. Put that on the bottom. Put this on top. Actually, we probably wanted Underground River. That was a mistake because our opponent has Choke in play. Why didn't you play Choke last game? I don't know if we would have been able to do as much as we did if he had, though. So something scary. Sun Titan. Yeah, that's pretty scary. Get back your freaking Courser. Yeah, our opponent's deck's pretty cool. So we go Serum Visions. Yeah, we definitely want that. Unfortunately, we don't have it now, but we're going to want it. Man, this is going to hurt. You can name Windswept Heath, I guess. Yeah, let's do it. Player third Pithing Needle. Oh, God. At least we have Pithing Needle naming Oblivion Stone in play. We're going to take 8 this turn. We have Go for the Throat on top of our library, but we've drawn 3 of our Puka's Mischiefs. Oh, God. It's bad. That is not what we want to be doing. I think we lose this one. I guess a Devastation Tide off the top would be solid after we get our Doomblade back. Opponent's down to 1 card, so if we ever get Demonic Pact, we may be able to pull ahead. But we are about to be at 12. So there's that. If we'd let him do the Windswept Heath thing, he could have gotten it back, which would have been annoying. So we're going to go ahead and use Go for the Throat on the Sun Titan. He's going to get a Wall of Omens this turn. And then a Loxodon Smiter. Drop us to 8. I'm so sad that he didn't have Choke in play last game. We would have had it. So this is 4, 6, 8. Yeah, so we have to draw a Devastation Tide or a removal spell to just last one more turn. And we know what we're drawing. Let's Go for the Throat. So at least we knew we were drawing that, and it does buy us one more turn. We Go for the Throat his Smiter, which puts us at 4 next turn. We really want Devastation Tide, although it does bounce our Pithing Needles now too, so there's that. We go to 4. You can't sacrifice your Windswept Heath. Oh, yeah, we need Devastation Tide off the top or we are toast. 4th Pithing Needle. Okay, well, we lost that one. Other 2 games were close, though, at least. So, and we even won one of them. So, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I can't say subscribe today for some reason.